We must call things by their proper names. Sexual deepfakes constitute a form of violence. The generation of nude images without consent is nothing less than a tool of humiliation and blackmail. This is digital violence, pure and simple. Those who perpetrate such violence must, of course, be pursued relentlessly and without compromise. Internet platforms should immediately remove such content and cooperate fully with all law enforcement authorities. I believe that in this chamber, on this particular issue at least, we enjoy near unanimous agreement, or very close to it.
Yet, let us remember one essential point. In these debates about online safety, there are those who wish to go a step further, to deploy the instruments of the Digital Services Act for purposes quite different. For example, to combat certain kinds of opinions or viewpoints is where the real difficulty lies in this room. We should concentrate on what matters most, the fight against violence, against what is manifestly wrong. We must not allow the discussion to be diverted into efforts to criticize or suppress political opinions that differ from our own on the internet. We have a duty to combat violence, but we have an equal duty to defend freedom of expression.
Madam Speaker, the fact that AI-generated images are being used for abuse and harassment is completely unacceptable. However, banning an entire technology or an entire platform is absolutely the wrong approach. Some people are now seizing the opportunity to restrict platforms they dislike. When that happens, it's no longer about protecting anyone. It's about power and control over free speech. Uncomfortable opinions are increasingly labeled as threats to democracy, but the real threat is censorship. Freedom of expression is the cornerstone of democracy, yet those in power fear platforms that give ordinary citizens a voice, a chance to speak out, debate, share, and create. Let me be clear. We must curb crime, protect women, victims, and children, but never by sacrificing freedom of speech. If we do that, we are not defending democracy, we are weakening it.
Artificial intelligence, when left entirely without bioethical restraints, is opening up a new front of abuse. Fabricated images, fabricated videos, yet featuring real faces with innocent people at their center, and increasingly often minors. With just a few clicks, one can generate sexual material or even outright pedopornographic content. The violence inflicted is real, and the consequences are even more so. Such material circulates beyond the reach of controls. It feeds the networks of groomers and culturally serves to normalize abuse and exploitation. Technology, artificial intelligence in particular, can serve as a positive instrument only when it is guided by human beings and by our institutions. But that alone is not enough. It is truly beneficial only when it is inspired by shared values and boundaries that extend to the ethical plane and not merely the legal one. So let us take a step back. What cultural model do we wish to defend and pass on to future generations? If the answer is a society stripped of all moral limits, as some here would apparently prefer, then artificial intelligence becomes uncontrollable. The only path forward is instead to draw inspiration and to inspire our laws from the deepest and most enduring traditions of Christian culture.
It is not only the existence of deepfakes that should alarm us, but the alarming speed with which they spread and the way in which they strike the most vulnerable. In recent years, the volume of deepfake content shared on social media has grown exponentially, reaching millions of instances every year. Yet what is most disturbing is the impact on minors. According to data from the Commission, 98% of this material is sexual in nature. Our adolescents are being targeted by manipulated images, created without consent in a matter of minutes, and then disseminated across the internet, as occurred in the case in Cosenza in 2025, where more than 100 students became victims of this new form of digital abuse. This is a global emergency, and Europe must lead the response. We already have important digital regulations in place, but what is urgently required is swift enforcement, genuine accountability on the part of the platforms, and specific protections for minors. Social media cannot remain lawless territories. Innovation must never serve as a shield for abuse, nor be allowed to override our shared ethics. Technology should protect people, not destroy them. Europe must protect its citizens, not its algorithms.